Hey, welcome to The Explainer. We all use tools like ChatGPT, right? They're convenient, they speed things up, they make us feel super productive. But what if that convenience comes with a hidden cost? A cost that's paid by the one thing you can never, ever replace your brain. Today, we are digging into a brand new discovery that suggests our favorite AI tools might be doing a lot more harm than good.
So let's just get right to it and ask the question head on. Is this technology that we've all adopted so quickly actually damaging our minds? Well, according to some pretty shocking new research, the answer is a lot more concerning than you might think.
47%. Just let that sink in for a second. According to researchers at MIT, that's the drop, the collapse really, in brain activity they saw when people used ChatGPT to write something compared to writing it on their own. Now, this isn't some small dip. This is a massive reduction in the effort your brain is putting in. Okay, so let's really dive into this because that 47% number, it's just the tip of the iceberg. We need to understand what this MIT study actually found and, why it sent a bit of a shockwave through the entire neuroscience community. The study itself was pretty straightforward. Researchers got 54 students from some top universities and had them write essays. Unsurprisingly, the group using ChatGPT showed the least brain activity. But here's where it gets really crazy. Their memory scores absolutely plummeted. Most of them couldn't even quote from the essays they had just finished writing. And maybe the most disturbing part, this cognitive debt, as they called it, stuck around. Even when they were later asked to write without AI, their brains just stayed in low gear. And, this reaction right here is from Dr. Daniel Amen, a really well-known psychiatrist. When he saw this study, he immediately made a terrifying connection, a connection between these findings and one of our biggest fears, dementia. And the key to that whole link is this concept he mentions called cognitive load. So, to really get a handle on the long-term risk here, we have to talk about a fundamental, non-negotiable rule of brain health: use it or lose it. It's that simple. Your brain is just like a muscle, and if you stop challenging it, it will start to get weaker. So, what exactly is this cognitive load? Well, it's basically just the amount of work your brain is doing at any given moment. Think of it like a gym workout, right? To build muscle, you need to lift the 20-pound weights, not the little 2-pound ones. When we outsource all our thinking to AI, we're essentially choosing that 2-pound weight for our brain every single time. And we're avoiding the very effort that actually makes it stronger. And this, right here, this really gets to the heart of the whole issue. On one side, you've got the activities that build up your brain, the heavy lifting like learning new things, critical thinking. And on the other side, you've got the easy path that AI offers, just outsourcing your effort, deferring your thinking, and letting your brain's muscles wither. And this isn't just a theory. This stuff has real-world stakes. Study after study shows a direct link between how much you educate yourself and your long-term brain health. People who are lifelong learners, the ones who keep that cognitive load high, they tend to delay the onset of horrible diseases like Alzheimer's. The more you use your brain, the more resilient it becomes. It's that simple. Okay, so this all sounds pretty bleak, I know, but it doesn't have to be. AI is an incredibly powerful technology, and just like any tool, its impact really depends on how we use it. So let's talk about how to turn this potential threat into a powerful asset for your mind. I want you to think about the calculator for a second. Remember when they first came out? People were panicked. They thought it would make everyone terrible at math, but it didn't, did it? It just automated the basic stuff, which freed up our brain power to tackle much more complex problems like calculus and physics. AI can do the exact same thing for our thinking, but only if we use it to elevate our own abilities, not to just get rid of them. So how do you do that? Well, it's all about interaction, not delegation. You have to start by doing the hard work yourself. Write that first draft, develop that initial strategy, then bring in the AI. Ask it to be your critic. Tell it to act like a consultant from a top firm and find the holes in your logic. You analyze its feedback, and then you, not the AI, you come up with the new ideas to incorporate. That way, you're using it to sharpen your thinking, not replace it. And the wrong way? Oh, we see it everywhere, don't we? Especially on professional social networks. It's the person who feeds the AI a half-baked prompt like, write something about leadership, and then just posts the 3-page article it spits out. They're deferring all of their thinking. This isn't just lazy. This is the exact behavior that leads to that cognitive decline we saw in the MIT study. So this threat of reduced cognitive load, it's serious enough on its own, but the risks don't actually stop there. As AI gets more and more sophisticated and more woven into our daily lives, totally new dangers are popping up, especially for the developing brains of our kids and for our own emotional systems. Yeah, the data is already showing a major collision course. More than half of parents are worried about their kids becoming too dependent on AI. And yet, at the same time, nearly a third of really young children are already using these tools. When a child's brain is in its most critical building phase, outsourcing that whole use it or lose it process, well, that could have consequences that last a lifetime. And then there's this. This is a direct quote from Annie, a character chatbot from Elon Musk's new AI. It's designed to be flirty, to be provocative, to be emotionally engaging. Now, just for a second, imagine a lonely 12-year-old kid interacting with this thing. It is literally built to form an attachment, to create a dopamine hit that keeps them coming back for more.
And this isn't just fluffy marketing, it's straight-up neurology. This type of interaction is designed to do one thing: get into your limbic system, the emotional primal part of your brain. It's the exact same trick that casinos use in Vegas. They surround you with flashing lights and free drinks to shut down your prefrontal cortex, your center for logic and reason, so you make bad decisions and spend more money. Emotionally manipulative AI uses the exact same playbook on your brain.
So, with all of these new kind of scary challenges, what can we actually do to protect ourselves? Well, the good news is that the best strategies for building a strong, resilient mind are timeless, and they're completely within our control. This is your Brain Health Playbook. All right, the experts all agree on a few simple but incredibly powerful habits. Number 1, exercise. It boosts blood flow, it kills inflammation, it's the single best drug for your brain, period. Second, actively practice optimism. Pushing your brain to look for what's right in your world actually builds positive neural pathways. And third, omega-3s, you can get them from fish or supplements, are absolutely crucial for fighting inflammation, which is a key driver of cognitive decline. And here's a practical tool you can use anywhere, anytime. When you feel stressed out, your prefrontal cortex, your rational brain, it starts to shut down. This super simple breathing technique, especially with that long exhale, activates your body's natural relaxation response. It's a way to calm your nervous system almost instantly and bring your thinking brain right back online.
Look, at the end of the day, AI is here and it's not going anywhere. It's a tool of immense, almost unbelievable power. And just like with processed foods or social media, we've jumped on the convenience before we really understood the consequences. But now, you know the trade-off. You know the risk to your critical thinking, to your memory, to your long-term brain health. The choice is no longer an unconscious one. So the question is, what are you going to do about it?